Well, Mark, 1-0 win here at Stadium MK. What's your overriding emotion after that performance and the result?
Exhaustion, probably. Same as the players, I think. I hope they get the credit they deserve today, because they've had some pelters thrown at them recently, but the last two games have been brilliant in terms of the commitment to the game, the effort in the game. It's a massive win, that. Away wins are hard to come by, clean sheets are hard to come by. We're doing very well in that regard, clean sheet wise. Cats had a great game. The scramble at the end is just crazy. I don't even know what happened there, but we will take it very, very gratefully, and it backs up last week, which is great. It's to come here and win was probably a dream result for us, really, and it helps maybe kickstart a bit of momentum. We need to try and keep backing that up and get rolling. But big day for us, big game from us, and huge credit to the lads for the ones that started, the ones that finished the game. Thought they made a good impact in it as well, and we changed quite a bit during the game, but they coped really well.
When it comes to executing the game plan, was that about as perfect as a performance as it could get?
Probably not, because we needed to be a bit more courageous with the ball in order to have our own situations. We had a handful of counter-attacking moments which we didn't use well, first and second half, and then we were too reliant on that, because certainly in the first half we probably didn't complete enough first few passes. We did it better in the second half early on, but didn't create so much from it. But it's tough because when you are starved of the ball and they make the pitch as big as they can, it's, I think, the biggest pitch in the league, and they make it huge, so calm, so controlled with the ball, very, very difficult to get pressure to the ball, and then when you win it back you're tired first, and then you think, right, it becomes a counter-attacking game, so we've got to go fast, but then you turn the ball over and then you're in trouble, because it's a long time when you've not got it. In the end, once we got ahead, the way in which we defended our half and our box this afternoon was brilliant, and we turned them into a direct and crossing team, which was fantastic, and they made a lot of changes, a lot of forwards on the pitch, a really good threat, but I thought we defended the box really well today.
You must be proud of that clean sheet mentality as well. It was bodies on the lines, particularly at the end, to preserve those 3 points.
No, it was, and whether it was people blocking and defending and crosses, we dealt with players like Gilby and Wern and Hogan in the box so well today. They're such a threat. Nemane, the cross he put in was about 400 mile an hour right at the end when he's just offside on the header. But they've got so many threats in the team, and they are in great form at the moment and winning games and what have you. So really tough for us to defend for such large periods, but I thought the concentration and the personality of the players was very, very good, and you have to be proud of the endeavour to get at it. There's a nice atmosphere bubbling away at the moment, which off the back of the results that we've had is great, and I think there's 3 wins in 5 for us now, so good position to be in.
And in front of just over 1,000 away supporters who were excellent behind the goal.
Yeah, I don't actually know who decided to switch ends in the first half, but it was one of them where we were quite pleased, because the second half we knew it was going to be one of those where you need them behind you. I thought they were amazing second half, like the atmosphere, the noise there was great. They deserved it. They celebrated it at the end, and they applauded the team in the way that they should, and the lads got a bit of love, which they deserve today, because they give absolutely everything to get a result, and for us to get the 3 points, we're chuffed to bits.
Thank you very much, Ben. All yours.
Yeah, Mark, you said about the players getting pelters a little bit in recent times. You yourself have wanted more consistency from them, so how pleasing is it to back up last week?
I do think it was really important that we did, and what we had to back up was the attitude and the work and the intensity in our defending and the way we played. This game was always going to be just so different to last week, and it's such a huge space to try and defend, and so there were massive challenges for us in the game, but we coped. We just kept getting through little periods of the game. They had chances, they had moments, they had good attacking situations first half. Cats made a good save at one point. We've had lots of moments where we've nearly got caught but didn't, and we just hung in the game, really, and that's a good quality. While you can't be the most dominant team on days like this, you've got to be the one that doesn't go away and just keeps being really persistent, and I thought we were today, so I was really happy with that.
As you alluded to, if there was anything you would have liked to have seen improvement in the performance, just that way you attacked, and in terms of the game plan, just would have liked to have seen a little bit more going forward?
Yeah, but like that shouldn't be the story of the game, really. The story of the game is an outstanding result and all the other things, but I'm just a picky football coach that wants my team to be amazing as often as possible, and we haven't been. It's also really hard to be when you're in the spell that we are, but as a minimum you have to be what we were and what we were last week, because that gets you results, and it's enough to get you results. And I think you look at the team we had, it was we made a couple of changes. It was great to see Aaron back out there, and then the changes we were able to make during the game, we're a strong team that finished that game, and that can give us a nice confidence that some of the boys that have been missing for a while are getting a run of games. You know, Robbie, Ethan, Nev, it's so good to have them back. Aaron Rowe, so good to see him today. Seeing Daki on the pitch, so important. Josh Andrews, so important. He's putting games together, so we're starting to develop a much stronger squad, and that will serve us well with the number of games we've got coming.
Shades of the Port Vale win almost about this one, and I was just speaking to one of your players who said, well, we always play well against the big teams. Is that perhaps kind of a little bit of a flaw in the mentality of the group, but also a strength for the team that they do turn up for the big games or against teams that are playing well?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they don't turn up in other games. It's just a very different game, and you have to be a certain type of team to beat those teams. When teams allow us the ball and bank up against us, it's hard. You got to have the ideas and the quality and the consistency and the players available to really hurt a team. So we've struggled with that in a few situations. But those games are, I think you just look back, not forget my time, just look over the last period of time. The team that has been developed here over a period of time in terms of mentality and the qualities of the team can defend the half brilliantly, can defend the box brilliantly, can keep clean sheets for fun, and yeah, we've had moments where we haven't done that well, but this team are really good at it, and we've had some big wins where we've done it. In the Port Vale one, yes, Notts County away and here away, to come and win both of those games is big news for us. So we need to keep trying to back it up. The next opportunity to try and go 3 on the bounce will be next Friday, and we'll do everything we can to try and find a level that allows us to do it.
In theory, it's a good time of the year to be coming into a bit of form, like you say, with the games coming up over the festive period. You go kind of bang in terms of them coming thick and fast. So if you can go into those on a roll and on a bit of a confidence high as the team will be, that must be nice.
Yeah, it's a massively important time of year. The number of games that we have, by the time we get to the end of that Fleetwood game on the 11th of Jan, will be, I think, 25 games, something like that. It's a chance to set up the season, really, and yeah, we've got to take these days, be really happy with them, recover from them, and get ready to do it all again, because we got to try and find some consistency at the moment. You look how open the league is; it's madness. So yeah, a run of results and consecutive results and putting chains of wins together or unbeaten runs can transform the table quite quickly. So that's what we've got to try and do.
Well done on the win today.
Thank you.
Just mentioned a few of those other results you've had: Port Vale, Notts County. How does this rank amongst them all?
It's worth the same. So yeah, I'm not one to be too excited. Everyone can rank them their own. I'm just really pleased with. I think coming here today was so tough for us off the back of the game that we had last week, because it is such a different game to try and mirror that intensity and pressure. And obviously, what we've done in the last couple of games is defended much more in our half than in theirs. And so yeah, we've had a way of going about it, but it's certainly a big result for us, and it just allows us to. I've said a few weeks now, like, we've got to start stacking results together. So the fact that we've done that today and backed that up is a really good one, because the truth is, in the period of time over the last couple of months, probably no one gave us a cat and mouse chance today, which is really nice when you can then come and do it, and fair play to the lads for it. And now we have to do it again.
That's it. I mean, we talked about turning points, didn't we, after the last win? And so to get 2 wins in a row, it's certainly something to build on now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And any time you can stack those wins together, it will be really big for us. So yeah, we have to try and do that again. But we'll have a team come next week that can get right level with us if they win the game, and they're in good form themselves. So they're not going to make it easy for us at all. It'll be a really tough one next week. But we've got plenty of time to think about that. I just want the lads to feel good about themselves for the level that they found today, and ultimately the result and the energy that's created from a game like that. We have to keep building.
And how important is it to have some of those big players back as well? We talk about Rowe and Andrews and Dak and stuff like that. No coincidence that you're starting to get some results as well with players back?
No coincidence at all, and the fitter they get, the sharper they get, the better they get. That will serve us well. I have to say, Robbie and Ethan, the last 3 games have been exceptional in the middle of the pitch in terms of their defensive understanding, the regains that they've made, the intensity that they've played with. Absolutely brilliant. And I thought Azza had some nice moments in the game today, really exciting, really threatening. And he's been out ages. We've waited so long to get him back. So if we can just hope he settles fine from that and there's no issues, and keep building him up, I think he can be a big player for us in the next month or so.
And today was probably a game where you needed to be ruthless when you had the chances, so when Robbie just struck it, he just put it with all his power behind it, didn't he?
Yeah, they won't be happy with the goal they've conceded, let's be honest. He's got to say thanks to someone for that. But yeah, it was an important moment to score. I actually thought our confidence after that was really good. We had a lovely spell with the ball where we started to build a little bit more and get some control of the game. But yeah, how good a season's he having? He's like my favourite player in the world at the moment, I think.
Thank you, cheers.